Hello, peoples. We're back. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm Christina from HLC Bookkeeping and Office Services.
And I'm Krista from HLC Bookkeeping and Office Services.
Mhm. Yep. So basically, we are back talking about Saturday solutions. So
But
just
well, first off, we
what?
want to hope everybody had a blessed holiday, had wonderful time visiting with family,
Mhm.
maybe used a few of our suggestions on tune if something came up at the Thanksgiving table
For discussion.
for discussion. That's
Hmm.
right. All right, that's all.
Okay. All right. So, as I was saying, Saturday
Sorry.
Solutions is whenever we get together, HLC, do little 10 to 15 minutes about things that have been happening this week or things that we thought we want to share with you. If I've had a teachable moment, which I get a lot because I don't know a ton about everything, I know what I know, but I'm always willing to have a teachable moment for somebody who knows more about another subject. So I'm
That's right.
definitely open to that. And what was the other thing? There was the Thanksgiving,
Hmm.
Saturday solutions, what it is. Well, whatever. We'll just dive right in, right? Because
Okay.
we recap what we did the week before Thanksgiving. So go ahead.
Right, and that was sort of along that Thanksgiving comment, the conflict resolution, look for ways to de escalate, not raise the issues.
Hmm.
Um, so, again, hopefully, some of the suggestions we gave
We're
2 weeks
worthwhile.
ago
Hmm.
helped you do that.
Yeah.
And then the second recap is we just said, to make sure you're monitoring any COVID restriction changes from whatever federal, state, local level.
Hmm.
Um, because now that colder weather is coming in, people are more inside, and sometimes there's more colds anyway. So,
That's true.
mhm.
Yes, I was down with a cold. I don't know if it was a cold, it was a head sinus something miserable thing this week. Um, but hopefully that's gone.
That's
But
right.
basically, yeah, so just kind of keep taking your vitamin C too. I have my essential oils ruminating all around myself to help me too.
That's right.
Okay.
And then the third recap was we talked about year end obligations and when's a
Hmm.
good time to change payroll processor. And this is the month. If you want to change for next year, you should be making those changes. Our suggestion is that your current processor finishes the current year.
Hmm.
So they would do your fourth quarter returns, your W 2s, and if they do your 1099s, and then you would have a fresh start with the new payroll processor.
Absolutely. Yep. And so basically, what we're going to get into today is a couple different things that are top of mind because we've been getting phone calls and questions on them. So we're just sharing them with you. Um, the first is the employee retention credits. So basically, what we did is we teamed up with a company, just like we team up with accountants. We do all your bookkeeping up until the tax situation, and then basically we hand it off to the accountant. So with the ERC, that's basically what we're doing. We're getting everything ready for processing, and then we partnered with the crew that this is all they do is the ERC processing. So if you're not sure if you should call us, if you answer yes to these three questions, please call us and we'll be glad to set you on the right track and get you started and hopefully get you um, a rebate, a retention credit. So basically, did you have employees in 2020 and 2021? Were you shut down in 2020 due to any COVID 19 restrictions? Did you lose money in any quarter compared to your 2019 numbers? If you can answer yes to all three of those questions, we definitely can help you, I'm sure. So just keep in mind those three questions and then give us a call 724-561-7460, and Joyce will get you scheduled with Krista or I because we're leaving little 15-minute spots in our schedule so we can call people and get the basics from them so we can figure out if how to move them forward. And the thing to remember is there's no restrictions on the use of this money, and that it's a refundable tax credit. It's not a loan, so it's your money that's coming back to you that you've paid. So that's what to keep in mind. So just give us a call if you have any questions. 724-561-7460.
All right. All right. And then the second topic we like to talk about from a solutions point of view is professional development. We talked in general that you need to be developing yourself and always learning because the world changes on a daily basis. So you
Yep.
have to learn to keep up with it, whether it's technology, whether it's the law changes, whether it's HR,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's just social mores and
Mm-hmm.
what's the how to word things, you need to be aware of it.
And I have come to the point where I can admit in my life, I do not know everything. That's astounding. Some people will never be able to say that, but I can say it. I do not know everything. So if you know a bunch of stuff about something I'm interested, I will be happy to pick your brain and learn from you.
Right. And so that's basically what we do with a lot of businesses who aren't even our clients. We do offer professional development courses here at the Business Center at HLC.
Mhm.
Um, and in the past, we've done topics such as time management skills, which is something everybody needs in the craziness that is
And we've
life.
even talked in the past of our struggle with time
Right.
management
That's
skills.
right.
So
That's
it's
right.
ongoing.
Right. And we also, because we are a faith based business, we do spiritual refreshment seminars
Seminars.
as well. We talk about various people in the Bible and how, from a business perspective, you can focus on that moving forward in your business.
Learn from them.
Learn from them. That's correct. So, one of the things we want from you is what topics are you struggling with?
Mhm.
So, if you will put,
And it's not just business, it's
right,
also personal because we are where we live, where we work, where we worship. So if you have struggles in any of those three areas, what are they? Because not only do we talk about and have seminars on it, we can bring in speakers who are fabulous and really know a lot. Or we can even point you to if the chamber's having a great event, or if the Women's Business Network is having a great event, to kind of let you know what all's out there. So if you share with us what you're interested in, then we try to keep that top of mind so we can kind of shoot you to the right places. A lot of these things can be free, and a lot are the minimal costs,
right,
really.
that's right.
10,
That's right.
20 bucks, it's easy.
Right. And
Mhm.
also along those lines, remember we do have classes on QuickBooks,
Oh,
both
yeah.
desktop and online.
Mhm.
Because if you're thinking of getting a software, please, please, please talk to us before you order. Because a lot of times you don't need the big bells and whistles program.
Mhm.
A simple program will
Mhm.
do. And if you're a service based industry with only a few services, you don't even necessarily need software. We can do an Excel spreadsheet for you
Mhm.
that's already pre set up that you fill out and hand to your accountant.
Correct.
So please talk to us
Yeah.
before you
Remember, you can
invest in
always
anything.
build up, but with QuickBooks, you can't go backwards. So if you start at the high end and you didn't need it, you're going to lose that data or have to keep it separate because you can't go backwards. So just something to keep in mind there. And a lot of people are transitioning from desktop to online, and then they don't like online, so they want to go back to desktop. Can you do it? You can. Not recommended. Once you dive in a pool, you kind of want to stay there and swim. But we can talk about that too if you have questions.
That's right. It really depends on each
Mhm.
individual situation.
Correct. And
Um,
we do that 1 hour free house
right.
call. So if you have questions on transitioning to QuickBooks, call us. We'll be glad to help you.
Mhm.
And I just want to say, completely off topic, I just glanced down. Look at this hair. It's fabulous today. I'm so excited.
Very
This is
blonde.
like the best hair day I've had in months. So anyways, getting back on
Just
topic.
a little off
Just a
topic.
little off topic.
Okay. Um, so then the third thing we want to,
Thank you, Synergy.
yes, yes, very, very good. All right. And then the third topic, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. You wrote it down.
Well, this is what you said.
Oh, yes. So, project work. A lot of firms are struggling with the pricing of project work. Should they do it? Because a lot of places assume that we just do for monthly bookkeeping clients and that's that. No, we do project work all the time. And we know how projects work because we've been doing it for 17 years. If your business has never done project work, there's things that you need to keep top of mind. It's not just about the time you spend on that particular project
Right.
because you've had to keep your business operating so that people have places to go for project work. So you want to make sure you're putting building enough costs in there to make sure you're there for the next guy who needs project work done. So like sometimes we get phone calls from people who are like, I don't know how to price this. So we can take a look at basically historically what your data is and kind of come up with your overhead costs that you kind of need to put on top of the actual work so that you're there in the future. I guess just what I want to say, keep that in mind. Yes, can you do project work at cost? Yes, but then
But why?
you're a nonprofit.
Right.
So
Right. If you're a for-profit business,
yeah,
you have to build the profit in.
correct. You have to.
Right. And don't feel guilty about it. That's the way it
No.
is.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's just something to keep in mind there. And then what was it? Oh, the accountability partner. Okay, let's talk about that. If you have set up a goal to say as a business, I want to hit this in sales or bring in this much in project work, who are you telling that you did or did not make it? Like you have to have somebody that you're conversing with. Like my favorite new word, I don't even know if it's a word, is conversate. So I conversate with Krista about things. So I'll be like, here's my marketing goal, Krista. And then she'll call me in and be like, so did we hit that? And if you
But
didn't,
before that, I say, what's our plan to get there?
correct,
Because
correct.
you have to plan
Mhm.
for the success.
Exactly. So, like, I guess my goal with this particular topic was to make sure people, number one, know the hidden costs involved in adding new work, project work or otherwise, and that they have somebody who's kind of keeping them on track, asking them about their progress, and kind of, and I do want to say too, it's okay to set a goal and not make it because sometimes we're unrealistic in our goals and that becomes a learning opportunity. So it's okay. But the
Or there
point
could
is
have
set your
been,
goal.
right, there could have been an outside force, like, say, COVID, which
What?
threw everything off. So,
No.
like, you have to be
Yes,
reasonable, you have to be
exactly.
realistic.
Yeah.
Um, and if you want to use someone outside of your organization to do that, do
Mm-hmm.
that. I
Yeah.
meet every Wednesday with the mastermind group and we talk about what are the goals for our companies and then we report back. Did we hit them? Have we sort of forgot about them? What's going on? So it's nice to have someone else say, well, but didn't you say last week you're going to do blank? Yeah, I did. And I didn't do it. So you need someone to hold you
Exactly.
accountable.
Exactly. Yeah. We were kind of born with that accountability
True.
person. Not everybody's that lucky. And like, so you want to find somebody who respects what you're doing, who believes in you and what you're doing, and is not only a cheerleader, but is not afraid to say, and what are you thinking when you thought that would work?
That's right.
You have to be able to have a true conversation with them.
And is it on your lane? In your lane?
Oh, that's true
Because
too.
a lot of times we get distracted by this shiny opportunity, but it's really not what I do.
That happens to me a lot.
how do I change my brand? Do I want to change my brand or
Mhm.
not? Like, so
Exactly.
you have to have
Yeah.
someone who understands who you are and where you're going.
Correct. Absolutely. Yep. So we have 5 seconds to wrap it up.
Oh,
We're almost over 15.
bye.
Okay. Have a wonderful day, weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye bye.